I want to congratulate Nien-Line on being named Entrepreneur of the Year. I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. As the founder, CEO, and chairperson of Laserfiche, she has built a tremendous company. She not only serves millions of customers, but she also helps the environment. Laserfiche has products that reduce carbon footprint and reduce storage space. So she's about this balance in almost everything she does.
You're giving the control, meantime you're also giving the flexibility. That balance is what brings us to be a successful software provider.
A lot of people talk about a paperless society, but Nien-Line, Wacker, and Laserfiche really have done something to make that a reality. We've used Laserfiche and their products and services now for a couple years at Molina Healthcare, and it has really helped us to become much more efficient at what we do, and that is taking care of our patients and our providers.
Well, when we first started 20-some years ago to getting a document management system, it was because I see so many paper on everywhere. And so I was thinking about how do you help people to transition from a paper world to a paperless world.
That to me is the essence of the entrepreneurial spirit, the ability to basically take a vision and execute on it in such a way that it becomes a truly successful business.
The real hero in this place is those people first plunge into and adopt the digital world, and they actually show remarkable, the character, because what they have done is to show the rest of the world, actually this digital world is actually really helped them, and what you call is a total economic impact, make a technology actually really pay for everything what they do.
One of the unique things about Laserfiche's approach to creating software is we really focus on the power of the individual. So when we create software, we look to make each user more efficient, more capable in what they're doing.
Now, if you truly write software to fit into people's rhythm, to fit into how they normally work, like Leonardo da Vinci said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
The three of us, the employees, the bar channel, and the users, have a community which, if you went to one of our conferences, which we have every year, we had 1,000 people in January, you could see the spirit of the company and Nien-Line's driving force behind that. And it's really good to be part of that.
It's a company that serves 25,000 other companies, scores of cities and counties across the country, and they're in 480 countries. This is a big company and an important company with a terrific product.
What we have done so far is to help our friends actually to run, do more with less.
One of the issues that we have in financial services is an absolute iron need for centralization and control at the same time that we have distributed processing. So if you can't shift documents around and at the same time know what the content of those documents is, basically you can't stay in business. So we found that her creation of this software and the way we worked with them to develop it over the years has permitted us to get much better balance for our employees and our outside offices.
I remember back in 2001 when we first met in your office in Torrance at that time, and you were talking about coming to Long Beach, and we started talking about locations and buildings that would be appropriate and where to land, and it's just marvelous for us to look back and reflect on your great successes that you've had here moving to Long Beach and what prosperity you've helped bring to our community.
In a paper world, a lot of people spend, say, 90% time to locate document. When they do a project, they have to find information first. Then the deadline approaches, they only have a 10% of time just to analyze the data and write up. So what we have shown is when you have every records on the digitally, you'll be able to access those records, information. You probably only take a 10-20% of time.
Most recently, in building our new 110,000 square foot building, we were looking at how we can save money. And one of the things that became obvious to us was the amount of paper storage that we had to maintain. And in transferring that from our other facilities, we decided that it would make more sense for us to be able to scan all those documents into the Laserfiche solution and be able to save literally millions of dollars in storage space.
Laserfiche always has designed to fit into the users, the rhythm. So they also allow the people to be flexible. They allow to use our software to set up the way how they work.
The balancing act, and I think the driving force behind the company, had to have been to make it easier for people to operate and better for their businesses at the same time. And that's what we found with Laserfiche.
We actually consider the user in mind. We get these ideas and feedback from our community, from the support site, from the forums, from actually talking to customers, from our support cases, and from our reseller network.
And I am very proud that we create a little environment which we are very, very comfortable to work in.
Nien-Line really encourages the inner entrepreneur in each employee here at Laserfiche. She really lets you take ownership, and if I want to write a new webinar, I can write a new webinar. If I want a new brochure, I write a new brochure. So it's if you see a need, you just go for it and do it.
At Laserfiche, we really emphasize the importance of the work and home balance. And even while we're at work, we have a lot of activities to encourage people to replenish and refresh their energy. So we have a sailing team, we play table tennis and pool downstairs, there's yoga classes, we have free lunch every day.
And in addition to all that, they're great corporate citizens. They care about the community. You probably know about their work with the YMCA, but they give to scores of organizations. They are a great corporate citizen. I'm proud to have them in the city of Long Beach.
In the early days of the history of Laserfiche, we always have a lot of opportunity to take and to be a venture-driven organization. We chose to be using our own resource, bootstrapping and organically grow to where we are. And I think I'm very grateful to all the people surround us, our own staff, our own management team, our value-added resellers, and as well as our users. Ultimately, that Laserfiche community is what brings us where we are.
I've known Nien-Line for over 10 years, and when she came to the City Council, I knew that she was more than a founder, more than a CEO, but an innovator, someone who would look at things and say, how could I make them better? Nien-Line is special in the way that she captures the entrepreneurial spirit that we need and what America is known all about.